Hey everybody, today we're going to be cracking open the story of A History About My Uncle. Hey everybody, today we're going to be cracking... Shut up! Of course, right when I start. Okay. Hi everybody, today we're going to be cracking open the history of A Story About My Uncle, and no, it's not about the time that he touched me. I hate and love this game, right? But I mainly hate it. But I'm getting ahead of myself. A Story About My Uncle is like if you took a walking simulator and said, yeah, there's not enough action to this though. So they added a grappling hook. Now, 99.9999% of games benefit from a grappling hook, right? Doom, Dying Light 1 and 2, Halo, Just Cause 3, Titanfall 2, Batman, even Fortnite, right? All of those games add a grappling hook. Boom, instantly gets better. But you don't put one in a walking simulator that is this janky. Now, let's start with the movement mechanics. You're the nephew of a scientist, right? Engineer, frog fucker, whatever you want to call him. He gave you a suit that has 2.5 functions, right? You got a super jump, a grapple hook, you take no fall damage, and you can't swim, and 90% of the floor is water. So that's great. And you have rocket shoes for some reason. And that all sounds fine and dandy, but the controls fucking suck ass. Right? The grapple has a certain amount of charges before you can't use it again. And the further that you go in the game, the more charges you get. You know, you start at 1, you go up to 3. That's how all this works. And that sounds fine, but the grapple doesn't even feel good, right? Like, imagine you're playing Spider-Man and you're trying to swing around in the city and it doesn't even feel good to swing around in the city. Like, it's very clunky and you get pulled out of the immersion because of it. There are some objects that you think you can grapple to and you try to swing to, but you can't, and it sucks. And every single time you grapple to something, it'll pull you to it. So you can't swing off of something like you would think. Like if you're attached to a point, you can't just go whee and swing off that point. No, you get pulled to that point while swinging, and it just doesn't feel good at all. Like, I look at this clip right here. Like, I clearly have enough momentum to keep going onto this platform, but I cannot go onto the platform. And why? Why is this? I don't know, but it just keeps happening. And I hate it. And if you can't tell, this game really pisses me off. Now, the rocket shoes, this is the 2.5 function, right? Because later into the game, you get the rocket shoes. But I mean, there are times where I've just clipped into things, or it'll teleport me to the next objective. And I don't know, they're fine. I mean, in the later stages, you kind of need them. Sometimes, not really. It's just really a get out of jail free card. And now I can excuse all of this, right? I can excuse the bad, the janky, the just piss poor performing platforms and everything. I can excuse all that. But not for $15, and when the story isn't even that good. First off, it was $15. I get it on sale for $5. But honestly, I still want a refund at that point. But I played over 2 hours, so I can't get a refund because I need to record footage for this. And it was published by Coffee Stain. Okay? I'm not talking about the one on my desk, even though that probably would have made a more competent game than this. No. Coffee Stain are the people that have made Goat Simulator, Satisfactory, Valheim. Like, they've worked and published all those games. So I feel like a little bit more thought should have gone into this one, where it's so janky and clunky and feels so bad. Anyways, back to the game. There was this one part that just, it pissed me off so much. You get this little froggy ass motherfucker, right? This little frog fleshlight looking thing, right? And they're like, okay, I bet that you can't go this entire section without grappling. And you know what? There was an achievement for it. And me, being the little non-bitch boy that I am, right? I wanted to get this achievement because I love achievements. And it fucking sucks. This is where the little platform rant from earlier came into play, because you were clipping into the background, you couldn't get onto places, the momentum wasn't carrying where it should, like it, there's amazing potential in the idea of a platforming walking simulator, right? But the game feels like the platforming took a back seat to the story, and the story was thrown on the back burner. Oh, right, I haven't even talked about the story yet. So, the story. Yeah, it's just bad. So, you're the nephew of a scientist slash engineer who created a wormhole teleporter, something that transports you to a new world garbage chute thing, right? And so, you get transported to this new world. What is it? I don't know. Do you? No. Do we figure it out? No. But you know, in the world, you go around trying to find clues as to what happened to your uncle. Hence the title, A Story About My Uncle. Oh, and the whole time, it's just a bedtime story that you're telling to your presumed daughter, because she goes, oh, daddy, tell me a story. And you're like, okay, well, you want to hear about the time that I went on an adventure and, you know, almost died 1,000 times, and my uncle made these weird frogfish people for some reason. Oh, yes, this is a great story to tell to my daughter. Oh. So after getting over the first few obstacles, you can find the grapple ability, and then you swing around for a bit, and then you meet the froggy little fleshlight motherfucker I was talking about earlier, and apparently they were all made by your uncle. God, the shit I say in YouTube videos. So all of their houses are made out of trash, because apparently the portal you went through was a high-tech trash chute, which is very irresponsible, just dumping trash on another planet. It's so weird. I'm gonna have a brain aneurysm talking about this game. I'm getting violent just thinking about it still. I just don't understand this game. So the rest of the story, you have this frog girl on your back, talking your ear off about how, oh, I knew your uncle my entire life. He's like a god to our society, and I love his in my... I hate this character because she just stupid ass challenge took 4 years off of my already short ass life. It's where this game has given me the biggest headache of all time. So I know I'm shitting on the game a lot, and there's a lot of people that like it, you know, hey, more power to you, right? I just don't see the appeal. Like, obviously the Steam ratings, they show like, oh yeah, you know, they saw Leafy or somebody, right? Whoever played the game, they're like, oh my god, this is such a cool game. Yeah, I want to buy it now. I hate it. Just the experience does not match up with the $15 price tag, and even getting it on sale, I still want my refund. I thought it was going to be a chill, relaxing game, you know, I could sit down for a few hours, just like record it, get sucked into the story and everything, and it'd be great, it'd be fine. But I guess I expected too much. Personally, I don't recommend the game. If you want to get it, and it sounds like your cup of tea, go ahead. Honestly, this game is just going to be my 13th reason, I swear.